Hello, everyone, and welcome to Edna English Hub. Today, we are going to look at 4 common grammar mistakes that students make when writing. Mistake number 1, we are going to look at mixing up there, their, and they are. Many students confuse that these are 3 words. One, there is refers to place or shows a place. For example, the books are there. That is a one. Two, there is a pronoun that shows ownership. For example, in a sentence, you can write a sentence and say, these are their books, meaning it refers to who owns the books. And the third one, their, which is a shortened form of they are. When you are writing and you want to shorten the are, then in a sentence you can say they are. They are going home. They are going home instead of they are going home. So you shorten they and are to get there. So when you're writing these 3 words, ensure you understand the difference between the three commonly misused words. The second grammatical mistake that students make is wrong uses of tenses. Students tend to mix up the past tense and the present tense. When we talk of the wrong use of the past and the simple present tense, the two tenses are different. When you're referring to an action that happened before or a previous time than the one the speaker is speaking, then that is past tense. When you're referring to an action that is happening at the moment of speaking, then we say that is the present tense. For example, instead of saying, yesterday they go home, that is wrong. The correct version and the correct tense, since you're referring to an action that happened yesterday, which is a past time, then you say, yesterday they went home. So when changing the tense, go is the present form. To change it to past tense, we say went. I believe we are together up to that point. Now, the third common grammar mistake that is seen with the student is incorrect punctuation. What do I mean by incorrect punctuation? This occurs when a student is writing and they tend to misuse different punctuation marks. When writing a sentence, we all know that a sentence must begin with a capital letter and end with the necessary punctuation mark. What do I mean? If it is a statement, then we expect that the statement ends in a full stop. If it's a question or what we call the interrogative, then at the end of that question, we need to see a question mark. An exclamatory needs the exclamation marks. So you need to know where to place a comma, where to place an hyphen, where to place whatever the punctuation mark you are using while writing. This will ensure that whatever you're writing is easily read and easily understood by whoever is reading your work. Now, for example, when you want to say, let's take tea, grandma. Let's, in between T and S, there is an apostrophe. An apostrophe is showing that let and us have been combined together and shortened to let's. So let's take tea, comma, grandma, full stop. You need to pause where necessary. There is a difference between a comma and a full stop. For a comma, it's a brief pause, but the pause that comes with a full stop is a bit longer. So you need to get the difference that comes when you use the different punctuation marks. And the fourth and the last mistake that students tend to make in grammar is under what I'm going to refer to sentence fragments. What do I mean by that? I mean, if it is a sentence, then we expect that that particular sentence communicates a complete idea or a meaningful thought. That is why you find that in sentences, you can join two independent clauses, or you can have an independent clause joined with a dependent clause. So the reason as to why we are calling it dependent clause, it is that it cannot stand on its own, or rather it cannot communicate a single idea on its own. For example, when I say, uh, because I was tired, that is a dependent clause. When I say that and pause, then whoever is listening to me or whoever is reading my work may get several questions like what, why, so what. So for that to add some meaning or further communicate, then I need to add something else. When I say I went to sleep because I was tired, then that now becomes a complete thought, a complete sentence. So the sentence fragments, they should combine together, agree together, so as to bring a complete thought. So for the two, you need to join an dependent and independent clause to ensure that everything passes the intended message. So avoiding these mistakes in your grammar, whether writing or reading as a student, will make your English clear and more professional. So students, if you find this helpful, kindly like, subscribe, and share. For more of this, see you in the next video on Edna English Hub. Bye.